Talking about the race 1. Toprak Razgatlioglu explained about the grip problems over distances, due to rather significant tire wear on the M1000RR. El Turco also didn't understand why he got a penalty. Because he saw the 0 sign on the dashboard, so he continued driving out of the pit lane. The funny thing is, Toprak was finally happy after successfully overtaking Alvaro Bautista on the straight before the Spaniard put himself out of the game. A satisfaction almost never felt on the Yamaha in recent seasons. It wasn't bad. I saw the penalty after the tire change, but I didn't understand it. I liked the power of my bike. I was fast on the straight, in fact I even passed Alvaro on the straight. Nice feeling. If you accelerate well in the last corner, here you can overtake the others. The Kawasaki was also good on the straight today. The start of the race wasn't bad, but after changing the tires everyone started pushing a lot, but I didn't understand how they did it. Already at the end of the first stint I felt the tires had dropped a bit, but in the second it was worse. I couldn't push out of the corners. In fact I started managing the tires to get to the end of the race. In the last 2 laps I felt them vibrating. I closed the throttle. I tried to follow Iannone, but he was pushing very hard while I had too many problems with the rear and I didn't understand why. Locatelli and Bulega also seemed to have no problems. I, on the other hand, couldn't keep the throttle open in many places. I just waited and it was a disaster. Maybe it's the bike, or maybe the setup, I don't know. I felt the bike jump hard on every pothole, the rear lost and regained grip. In turn 3 it was the worst situation. There you usually keep the throttle wide open on exit. Today, however, I couldn't do it. I had to control him a lot. At least the start of the race was good. I was in front and I wasn't pushing too much. I was surprised to see Locatelli pushing hard. I thought he would drop at the end, but that didn't happen. Some bikes have a different chassis. Maybe that's it. I feel that mine has a rigid chassis and maybe it doesn't work very well here. In the last 2 laps I felt too many vibrations. On lap 3 I was almost scared. I remember Kenan Sofuoglu's accident here at that point. I was afraid it might happen to me. I saw the podium slipping away from me. I was pushing, but when the vibrations came I had to give up. It seems like there is a good step forward compared to 2023. Van der Mark also took a good step forward, even if today he was behind, but he was going fast. If he had started ahead he would have had a good race. The BMW is improving a lot, it's clear. I'm driving it well. At the end of the race unfortunately I felt tired because I always had to push the throttle without being able to open it wide, as happens in Barcelona for example. I'm looking forward to the European races. I hope to have more fun. I know that this track isn't suited to my riding style, but if I had felt a little better on the bike I could have ridden better and gotten on the podium maybe. But certainly it's not easy. But they knew they could have these problems in Australia. Tomorrow I hope to improve a little.